When the 22nd Winter Olympics get underway in Sochi next month, women's ski jumping will make its long-awaited debut at the Games. One of the sport's standout performers is American teenager Sarah Hendrickson. The 19-year-old is one of the favorites to become the first woman to win an Olympic ski jumping gold medal.
I started ski jumping when I was 7 years old, and it was the year of the Olympics, 2002, right here in Park City in Salt Lake. My brother actually started ski jumping a few years before then, and I had watched him compete a little bit, so I think that kind of interested me. I decided to try it in just a little camp, and I guess I loved it.
Raised in the mountains in Utah, Sarah has been on skis since the age of 2. Her older brother Nick also competes for the US Nordic combined team, so it seemed only natural for her to follow in his footsteps.
Well, the only reason Sarah got into it was because of Nick. She just got sick and tired of waiting for him at training, and she's like, okay, that's enough. I'm just gonna try this. And that was 2002, and it's very safe. They start on alpine skis, they go off little jumps, they learn the technique, and they are not allowed to progress until they're safe and ready to progress. So I wasn't freaked out at all. Because of Nick did fine. They have good ski skills. They learned how to ski early in life. It's fun to watch. And if you ever have the opportunity to go up onto the stairs where you can actually hear them fly by you, it's a sound, it's fabulous. It's like, I love it. It's just beautiful.
The inaugural Women's World Cup season in 2012 saw Sarah take the ski jumping world by storm, winning 9 out of 13 events. Her season concluded at the famous Holmenkollen Arena in Oslo, Norway, the sport's homeland, where she received the prestigious Crystal Globe in front of her proud mother and grandmother.
She is a determined, silent force. When she makes her mind up to do something, that's what she's gonna do. And I can't explain it. I think that she does get a little bit of that drive from watching her brother train intensely, and her parents have goals of their own, and she's like that with school too. She'll come home and she'll have an exam and she got a B on it or something. I'm like, yeah, that's great, you know, because she really worked at it. And she's like, she looks at me like, a B? That just doesn't work for me.
For most of the year, Sarah is based in Park City in Utah. One of the major venues for the 2002 Winter Olympics, the facilities left behind by the Games have proved a major draw for many of the country's top winter athletes, whilst the resort itself is hugely popular with winter sports fans. However, ski jumping is certainly not your average winter pursuit.
With so many different sports to choose from, with the snow, like ski racing, freestyle skiing, you know, all of those winter sports, you know, it's not a surprise that not that many people ski jump. It's not that popular here in the US. I just decided to try it, and it was something so different than anything else. I mean, you can go alpine skiing on the weekend still, but you know, not many people can say that they fly over a football field and a half in the air. So it's definitely a very unique sport, and I think that's what draws so much attention to it.
Whilst men's ski jumping has featured at the Winter Olympics since the first Games in 1924, women have not been afforded the same opportunities. It took an 8-year legal battle with the IOC before women's ski jumping was finally added to the Olympic program in 2011. The US women's ski jumping team was at the heart of that struggle for equality, and Sarah is certainly indebted to her older teammates for battling the odds and blazing the trail on her behalf.
It was a huge, huge, huge fight to get into the 2014 Olympics, and I owe it all to older girls for fighting. They went to court, they dealt with the media, and I mean, all they want to do is ski jump, and they put so much effort into getting us there. And you know, I can't thank them enough, because that's making my dreams potentially come true of being an Olympian.
Whilst the winter season sees Sarah competing around the globe, between April and November she stays in Park City, where she does much of her training at the US ski team's Centre of Excellence. Founded in 2009, the centre attracts some of the biggest names in American winter sport.
When my team is training at the Center of Excellence US Ski Team gym, and you know, we look around and see X Game medalists and Olympic medalists and history makers, it's an amazing feeling, and you reflect back on yourself and realize that you're in that position and they could look at you the exact same way. So you know that everyone's worked so hard to get to that point, and you respect everybody for that.
Having badly injured her knee during a fall in August, Sarah has been spending a lot of her time trying to rebuild her leg strength in time for the Olympics. Ski jumping places huge physical demands on the body, meaning Sarah has to ensure she maintains the explosive strength needed to lift her into flight. At 5 foot 3 inches tall, Sarah's height and slight build are perfect for ski jumping, whilst her technique is amongst the best in the sport.
This is something that I have to thank the mother and the father of Sarah for sure, because you must be born with these kind of skills. And of course, she's able also to manage this talent, but she's a hard worker. So she combined the talent, the natural skills that should be good enough to be top 5 or on the podium World Cup with the hard work. So she's professional 100% also on this side, and this makes the difference to be the strongest jumper in the world.
As well as its physical requirements, ski jumping is a hugely technical discipline, so a great deal of preparation goes into each jump.
To get ready for jumping, we usually show up to the hill about an hour before. Warm-up includes 5 to 10 minute run, depending on how you're feeling, and then some active stretching, static stretching. Usually when I warm up, I listen to music. In competition, for sure, sometimes not in training, just because you don't have to focus as much in training. But after stretching, you do what we call imitations, and it's either a coach catching you or what we call rollerboards. So you practice your technique of what you want to do on the hill for that day.
Ski jumpers certainly draw on all that technical training when they're at the top of the in-run, about to launch themselves down the mountain.
When I'm sitting on the bar ready to jump, I usually am thinking about what my coach has told me. We've jumped for so many years, and you know, it's not that, like, people ask if we're scared sitting at the top, but you've done it so many times that you don't even think about it anymore. So mainly you're just thinking about what your coach told you. To jump, it feels like nothing in the entire world. It's a very unique sport, and it's a very unique feeling to be flying a football field and a half in the air. I mean, I get asked this question so many times, but it's impossible to put it into words. And it's exhilarating, it's fast, it's fun, it's, you know, all those adjectives combined into one. So it's a feeling like nothing else.
Whilst Sarah relinquished her World Cup title last year to Japan's Sarah Takanashi, she again showcased her talents in 2013, winning gold at the Nordic World Ski Championships. Her achievements have already brought greater media interest to the women's sport, whilst the US team has even starred in a feature film entitled Ready to Fly, chronicling their Olympic fight to jump alongside the men. With that battle now over, Sarah can start dreaming of Olympic glory and focusing on what she does best.
I love ski jumping because it's pressure, it's speed, it's height, it's challenging. It's one of the hardest sports in the world, and the feeling of having a good jump and flying in the air and knowing that you're gonna go so far, it's just amazing, and it's not that many people do that, not that many people can say that, so it's so unique and so different from anything else. It really gives it a lot of character. If I were an animal, I guess I would be a bird, an eagle, because, I mean, I'm a ski jumper, I love to fly, and why not fly all day?